Let's look at how a scan disk works now. I have another analogy that I like to use. A library. When you go to a library, you have books on the shelf, and you have a card catalog. And when you go look in the card catalog, you say, "Oh, this book is on the shelf." But oftentimes, you'll find when you go to that shelf, that book is not there because people are constantly moving the books around and taking them in and out. And oftentimes, the cards in the card catalog are not even updated. So I like to look at a computer as that. We have what we call a file allocation table, which means when all of your stuff is stored on a hard drive like a bass or a vocal, your computer has a little directory that it remembers where it's stored. And guess what? Every once in a while that directory gets messed up and it thinks that a bass is in a place where it isn't or a vocal is in a place where it isn't. You can solve that problem by running a quick scan or a scan disk, which basically what it does is it takes your file allocation table and it looks at the hard drive to see what's actually on it. And if there's something messed up with the card catalog or the books on the shelf, it'll update the card catalog so that your file allocation table is accurate. The problem with this is if you have errors on your disk or errors in your file allocation table and it goes to recall the base and the base isn't there, the computer is going to have trouble running. Now you're going to have to run a scan disk if there's errors before you run a defrag. Why? Because a defrag is taking the books on the shelf and moving them and putting them in order, or the files on your drive and moving